we?
No, we've signed multiple things.
Multiple contracts?
Yes,
or?
yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of things in the contract that he has to do.
Prenups before relationships.
Yeah.
But it's beneficial for him too, don't worry.
You know, there's the people who analyze. Like, did you see at 5 minutes and 45 seconds the way that he looked, or like how his face when she said that, or
and
something
he
like that?
looks into her eyes and he's probably thinking about it, and I'm like, I'm just fucking like, what am I gonna eat today? Like, am I gonna have Mediterranean food on Postmates today, or am I gonna have Jersey Mike's today on Postmates?
It's probably Jersey Mike's.
It's probably Jersey Mike's, but it's like they're like, oh my god, he was looking into her soul.
She looked like this, so that means she feels this way. Oh, and I can tell from the past into blah 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 blah. This is how it's gonna. Why?
Yeah, it's wild.
Why?
You know,
Funny how wrong.
Oh my gosh.
I also see
understand.
so much of that in threads, like whether it's Reddit threads or other forums or whatever. And it's amazing like how ongoing these threads are. And I learned like 3 or 4 years ago after reading them and sometimes getting like very frustrated that I can't just like simply explain to this person like the reality of a situation. I started realizing, like, as I saw how ongoing they are year after year, I'm like, oh, wait, like, I'm just living my life, and these are just people commenting. Mm-hmm. And I can just have it, and I can just let it have no effect on my life at all. Like,
I agree.
Either way, they're going to comment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's so out of my control that it's not even worth kind of imputing.
You're always going to have people who don't like you.
Yeah.
You're not going to do. Might as well focus on those around you, which is what I'm trying to do.
Or people whose opinions you really do care about.
Like, I'm happy right now. Like, my relationship's great. I'm just like, things are good. So it's like hard to feel bad about that sometimes because it's like, I'm happy.
Yeah. If you weren't happy and you were sensitive to it though, like a lot of people are, and they read the comments, it's like they take it a lot more to heart.
I try not to like go out of my way to read stuff, but when they fucking private message you, I'm sorry, please stop.
I've seen Lily be like, she's like on her phone. She like really intense. I'm like, you Kaylee, hold on, I gotta reply to this person.
I'm debating someone.
I'm just arguing with this person.
I'm not like angry at them. I'm just trying to like please have some empathy. Why are you saying this? Why are you thinking this way? Like, I genuinely want to understand. I have tried this approach many times. Like, I've tried to be kind. I've tried to be civil. Ultimately, in the end, like, people will believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
But hey, it's kind of fun. It wakes me up. And I forget about it.
That's like her morning exercise.
I do. And I have like, I forget about it like 10 minutes later. I literally don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the older I get, I just don't give a fuck.
We've all seen some shit, so it's like,
it's good to lose your fuck sometimes.
Honestly,
whatever. I have no more to give, like
on,
one
like,
or two.
Yourself and what makes you happy.
I think it's because comments for like, you know, when you're not like in the public eye and you're just like, you know, you're like in a friend group or just going to school and you read like comments on some posts, like an Instagram post, like those people are talking to you, you know, like they know you. But once you start, you know, like it's people you don't know, like it's kind of hard to realize that those people aren't, you know, talking to you. They're talking to like someone they think they know. And it's hard not to, like, you have to learn to not take it as personally, I guess, because it's a really difficult thing to do, but it's like a weird point where you have to be like, this person isn't, you know, you don't like know me as a person.
I feel like it's easier the older you get, honestly.
Yeah.
That's what I find. I used to be a lot more sensitive in the past.
Yeah.
And now it's like just focusing on the present and what's actually important, which is like, whatever, yo.
Yeah, you need to grow tough skin in
have
order to
to.
survive.
I'm like, I joke about this a lot. I have the worst personality type for being a public like figure because like I care a lot about stuff. Still, I do care about stuff. It's hard to just not care when that's who you are, right? But then
Over time, it gets
it does get chipped down. Yes, it's still high, but it's not as high as before. Yes.
Yeah.
It feels bad sometimes too, like not being able to talk about stuff or explain your side of the story when it comes to certain things because you just can't. Like, there's so many things that we probably wish we could just like freely say about our feelings and like shit that's happened to us about what other people assume or do, but you can't because just you know just.
That's the amount of times, oh my god. Especially
I
last
imagine,
year, the amount of fucking times someone would like say or do something online and then it would cause like some big issue in regards to me, and then they would immediately slide in my DMs and apologize. I just wanted to
Snake emoji.
like it was so odd. It became so cyclical that I was like, am I the problem here? Like, do I need to say some shit? But and I think like, I don't know, at some point I just realized like, oh, a lot of these people like just see me as a name, like not really as a human being.
I also find that like no one's like evil. Like once you get to know someone and like understand them, you see where they're coming from. Even people who talk shit about us, right?
Yeah.
And that goes the same for public figures too. I just feel like if we all had like a bit more empathy, it'd be nice, you know, think about how the other person feels.
Nah, fuck those guys.
Okay,
Yeah, those guys suck.
I think sometimes people do suck, but
But
there's
they-
still some good in there.
They
People
suck
aren't.
because
Difficult things happen to them.
something
or
might be
they're in a
happening to
difficult
them. They might
situation
have a
typically,
reason
yeah.
to. They might feel justified. You like never know with the other person.
I think that's one of the things that makes me value like hate comments a lot less. Like I've never seen someone that I really look up to just like go on YouTube,
Blast you.
fucking hate
Yeah.
you. You know, like that literally never happens. And
It's usually like just a 12-year-old.
Honestly,
Someone
yeah.
randomly.
I
yeah.
read my YouTube comments and sometimes they comment. I'm like, you know, I don't really care.
Yeah.
12 years old, man.
Whatever.
it's cool. Delete, move on.
The only thing I think I just browse Reddit a lot, really. So it's hard
yeah.
to escape the PM sometimes. But I'm getting yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like a pros and cons to being so fucking open. Like you invite
Yeah.
everything, and you have to take it, like good and bad.
I actually think I feel more ever since like being involved in the scene more and stuff. I used to be like super extroverted. I used to like always like want to hang out with people and like meet new people and stuff. And then I think as like time goes on, I feel more like introverted. I don't really necessarily feel introverted on my stream, but I feel introverted to people like that I just meet. And I feel like it's almost like a barrier or like a guard
You're
I
being
put up.
cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely get that.
Not like, so like I definitely feel the difference. I used to be like, I think 90-something% extrovert on like the Myers-Briggs test, which I know isn't accurate,
Oh,
but
it's
like
fun.
it went down to like 60% when I retook the test, and I just like, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think I've been like, I've had many situations that kind of like jaded me or like scarred me in a way.
We're all gonna write memoirs one day,
yeah,
guys.
people just like talk to me.
Ooh, an OTV memoir.
There's just-
we have like
We have
a bunch of big chapters
so
for each
much
person.
stuff that
Yeah.
is like, just it would feel so nice.
One
it
day.
out.
Just one day, but not
One
even
day.
OTV, but I'm sure in our lives too,
Yeah.
like people.
Oh no, I mean we just do like a group memoir.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, but just throughout the years, like, oh, part of offline TV, eh? Like, guess, oh, and then they start talking about other people. Oh yeah, like what does Lily do, or what does like Michael do, or you know, it's like stuff like that. And then, are they actually dating? No, it's just for
Just
for
say-
content, dude.
honestly-
I don't know like how many times I have to
I
tell
don't know
them,
how many
but
times
like,
I have to tell you.
I was gonna say it's just for content.
I know, but yeah. So then there's that, and then I just feel like there's people that I see all the time who like try to meet you and try to like network with you, and then I basically don't really put in the time and effort sometimes to befriend someone until they've been around more and
Long
more.
enough.
And I think
Yeah.
like your time is valuable too. You don't want to like spend it on someone that doesn't give a shit about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Or gives a shit about you for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can tell.
Yeah. But despite all these bad things, obviously the good things far, far, far outweighs
Yeah.
the bad. That's why we're here. We have a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah.
Ayy.
How you guys feel about people saying streaming is so easy?
Fuck,
Then
I say
you
that.
do it, and or YouTube is so easy.
I think it's hard to.
No, I'm not a streamer. You guys.
Or YouTube, have people said that to you too, or like?
But
maybe
yeah,
not you.
No, they do.
They
like
do?
Yeah, it's like because I don't upload a lot of videos, so it's like this is like I could do that. And,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that just go on that you don't see, like thinking about editing the video, filming the video, like building the fucking thing, like finding all the sources to get the parts for the
Ordering
fucking
500 things off
Ordering
Amazon
500
and
things
waiting
on
for them to
Amazon.
come in and then
Yeah,
unbox
yeah,
it again and then bring
yeah.
it to the garage.
And
Yeah.
I edit it to look. I mean, it looks fast, and sometimes I can do stuff fast, but like a lot of times it takes quite a while. But
Mhm.
I think maybe in that sense, it would be like people asking me to upload more. And I mean, it's like, I understand like I don't upload much, but it's because they like take a while. And like it's nice to have people wanting to see it, but it's like, you know, it takes time. And like I try to do it as fast as I can, but
I feel like this video that's like, leave Britney alone. Do you know that one?
yeah,
I remember
that's
that.
an oldie.
It's like, leave Michael alone. It's like someone like crying because people are like online bullying Britney Spears.
Yeah.
I remember that's such a
So that's a
That's
throwback.
an
meme.
old
Yeah.
meme.
Yeah.
I've had like I'm sure we've all had jobs before. I much rather prefer streaming, I guess. But sometimes I don't think it's for everyone, especially if you care too much or you can't deal with all the attention and stuff. Like that, again, that can fuck with anyone. Mental health is really important, right? I can imagine how fucking weird it must be for someone who has like, let's say, depression or anxiety to deal with that kind of pressure. It really fucks with you.
Yep.
So eventually, I do want to like not stream, like do something else. That'd be nice.
It's also like it becomes normalized to you. Like streaming, some people are saying like, oh, it's so easy for you to do, but as you do it and then you get normalized to it as well. Yeah, it's still like one of the best jobs.
It is.
I feel for like for us, but then it's like you still get adjusted or used to it in some sense. Not that you take things for granted, but like you find more things that like you don't like about it as well. But it's still fun. It's just like there are gonna be things that you don't.
It's also like
about it.
part of it's like creatively fulfilling, right? So most of us probably started because of passion, not like a job. But when the passion turns into a job,
yeah.
But it's great. The pros again outweigh the cons by far. I just gotta stress this.
Can we have a counter for how many times Lily has said that?
I have to be
Pros
like, I
counter.
appreciate joy.
I know you're like trying to cover your back. It just pisses me off that like we feel the need to do that so much.
or else people are gonna say like you're unappreciative. You're complaining about streaming or doing this. You're
It's
like,
not, we're not complaining. We're just talking about the side of streaming that maybe some of you might be interested
not
in.
as cozy.
Yeah, man, like people are always gonna say you take it for granted. It's
I
just like what
suppose.
people think. You know you don't, right? Like,
Not
I
at
mean,
all.
you never know you don't.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing when they're like, you know, you make YouTube videos for, you know, a living, and it's like, you know, I know what it takes to put in. It's like you guys know what it takes to stream. It's like, you know, better than anyone. So
Yeah. I see a lot of like behind the scenes stuff that you guys do and like the effort you guys put in. It's a lot of time and effort. Like I am on like I used to work with Amon, so like the back end preparation's insane. Like her brain, huge by the way. Like literally thinks of everything in advance and like orders things in advance, like thinks about like ways to like improve all the time.
I feel bad on this.
I think that's like the best
you're-
way to show your gratitude. No, but like everybody does a lot of
They
different
have-
things.
yeah.
BTS, and I think that goes to show how much we care about streaming. We don't just show up and we're like, hey, again.
I do that.
No, sometimes, but you also do OTV stuff. You draw stuff for Twitter. You have like 3 different Instagrams.
Yeah.
Like we're all doing many things.
Sometimes I turn on my stream. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I do.
I've been doing that a lot lately too.
It's stressful because I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like prepped, entertaining. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm more sensitive to comments one day, right?
But you care a lot about like the people.
I
so,
do,
Like,
I
a lot
do.
of your work and stuff like that reflects that. You make things very comfy. The vibe you give off is like exactly what people would look for.
Get you your friends that gas you up like this.
And then like Michael, I freaking hear this guy like zooming in and out of the garage. Like till 5, 6 a.m. sometimes running a.
He's been working
I hear
nonstop on this
above
video.
My like.
oh yeah, sorry about the steel
have to
sawing yesterday. That was bad. That was
I
bad.
was like, did you guys hear
Dude,
that? They're
sawing
like, yeah,
steel is
Moco.
fun.
He'll like 3D model something and test it out. And then, like maybe that doesn't work. You need 3D model something. But that's for the
3D model it
testing. That's not the actual thing. He
Thing
needs to
at
do
the
that.
end,
The
yeah.
next thing. But
Yeah.
the next thing isn't even the actual thing. That's the model for the actual thing.
That's the test bed
It's like
for the
a
actual thing. Yeah.
constant
I know.
fucking
Hear the
work
chair
in
rolling
progress.
around.
And they're
Yeah.
like, just do it faster.
You know, a shard of steel flew in my eye when I was sawing steel.
He had to.
I took a magnet and I was like, "Come on out of there, buddy!"
Oh
and
my god!
I heard this and I'm like, please wear goggles.
Yeah.
I was wearing glasses, but it like bounced up into it.
Oh
so,
my god.
Now he wears goggles.
Now I wear
At
goggles.
least you're wearing glasses.
Yeah, I know. It was wild.
See
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes
Also-
stuff.
Yeah.
Anytime I think like, okay, no matter how bad things get, okay, let's be honest. In like 100 years, no one's gonna know me, and like knows that I'm gonna be dead. Like,
That's nice.
That's comforting to
Nice.
me. Like in the grand scheme of things, we are everything and nothing. You know what I mean?
Wow, holy shit. Philosophy tube.
Depressing. Or
No, it's like it's comforting and sad, but that's life, right? I think it's
very
comfy.
comforting in the tough times. Where you're like,
Yes.
oh, this is actually like nothing.
This
Yeah.
too shall pass.
mm-hmm.
Anytime you go through something hard, well, anytime I go through something hard, I'm like, I just have to tell myself this will pass. I will heal. I will be okay. You know, no matter how bad things get.
It's true.
We're all gonna die one day, but that's why we're alive right now. You know what I mean, guys?
I feel like this is literally every podcast. We're all gonna die
Yeah,
someday.
what
Do
are
you
your
want to talk
thoughts on
about
life and
death?
death?
I'm very zen.
Yeah. I don't know. See, you guys put in a ton of time and effort. It's crazy if people say just like it's that easy. Just press the go live button. You just sit there and react to stuff.
I think,
Yeah.
well, I
Sometimes.
do that.
Yeah.
But that's not the culmination of things. That's
Yeah.
not the only thing.
There's so much more.
There's a lot of things we work on behind the scenes. Yes, I agree with that. Like a lot of projects, a lot of other things we're branching out that's not streaming related,
Yeah.
but eventually, like, you know, I think all of us want to do other stuff. You're not gonna be streaming forever. right?
Yeah.
I want to do.
I say that, and then I look at some people that are like streaming with their kids in the background, and I'm like, is
You
that
could, I guess,
entertaining?
stream
You could.
indefinitely.
Yeah.
I guess you could, but I don't
I
want
don't know
to.
if I want to.
I think it's exhausting. Like, I don't want to be in the public eye forever as a personality. I want my
Yeah.
work to be in the public eye. So I want to make music. I
Yeah.
want to make art. I want to do stuff, but
Yeah,
not
make
me.
stuff.
I think
for
that's the
people.
perfect medium almost because like people like the stuff that you produce, but then like not everyone's gonna be super invasive of your like, personal life as much.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
more like
I
so the
agree,
focus is
I
more in
agree.
your work.
But because our lives are so centered on, like, it's on
Our
streaming, it's on
personality and
camera, it's
stuff,
our
our
personality.
lives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open about literally every fucking thing, except for the things I'm gonna write in my memoir in like 20 years. But it's exhausting. I think it's just sometimes
yeah.
I get very like burnt
Burnout.
sometimes, and I don't want to stream. I
Yeah.
don't want to be on camera. I just want to
Yeah.
hug my dog
I don't
and
think I'll ever do this
work
job
on music.
if like I'm
Forever.
I'm not into it. Like
Yeah,
I'll
I was
never
gonna
do
say,
my
I think
stuff.
it's so nice to just be able to do it as long as it makes sense and be
Yeah.
able to kind of cut it off whenever we want.
Yeah, I don't want to do it when I'm not like passionate about it
Exactly.
because then it's not going to be
Oh,
good
man.
stuff anyway.
I've
like,
actually
if I'm not
heard
liking
of
it.
people that like continue streaming. I mean, probably because they feel like they have a need to, but like that hate the game that they're playing or that hate streaming in general, and that really sucks. And also goes to show that it just doesn't suit certain people too,
It really
for whatever
doesn't.
reason that may be, and that's not wrong or bad at all. I just hope that none of us ever ends up in a situation where we're like upset
have
about
to
what we
do
have
it.
to do
No,
every
yeah.
day. Yeah.
I think for the most part, I do enjoy streaming. Obviously, we
Or
all
else
do
you wouldn't
others. We
do it,
wouldn't do
yeah.
it. It's fun. It's like talking with your audience, like interacting, doing stupid shit on stream. It's like fun.
Yeah, it makes me really want to do it right now when I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Especially knowing like maybe
Yeah.
someday I won't feel this way, so let me like really put my
Take
all
advantage.
into it now.
And while
yeah.
people, I also think like take advantage while people still like watch me too. I guess and, like, I have
Yeah.
viewers like they want to watch me. Like this is great. Someday maybe they won't be around or whatever. Also, streaming is very. Well, not only streaming, but like entertainment industry, super volatile. Your
Yeah.
relevancy
Yeah.
it's like the stock market, okay? It's
Yeah.
I was like,
Sometimes it can just crash.
honestly, yeah, or just spike overnight. Like
Yeah.
you never know.
And sometimes it's related to what you do, and sometimes it's
It just
completely
doesn't
unrelated.
matter, yeah. Or maybe the game that you were playing dies
Yeah.
out, or you got
Yeah.
hosted by someone, like, or you networked with someone at the
So
right
I
time.
think you need like a very resilient mindset, and you have to be very adaptable as well. So.
We have the energy to do that now because we are like somewhat younger. So then but then when you're like
that was we're
you're
boomers.
older, you don't have as much energy to like be on stream for like 8 hours a day. It's like gonna be different. You're probably gonna be
8. Nice, streaming no 8. Actually, I played 9 hours of CS:GO the other night. Actually, almost 10. And I was looking back and I was like, why? And then I remembered Lily brought me a little cup of matcha halfway through, and she was like, I got an extra one. And I was like, nice, I love this.
Gas.
It's 9 hours into my stream. Oops.
I've had that happen. Like, oh, babe, I've been streaming for this long.
Whoopsie
One
daisy.
more game.
yeah, can't end on a loss.
That's the Can I? Oh my god! One time, we played 10 games, right? Because we wanted to do this TFT comp. Only TFT comps in the regular league.
Oh,
game.
I remember
and
that.
only buy TFT items.
My god!
So we were like demon or whatever the fuck it was back then, right?
Yeah.
We lost so many games that day, and we just kept going until we ended on a win. But even by the time we got the win, everyone was so fucking tired.
Yeah.
Your normal MMR had tanked
Was it
so
really
much.
a win?
This is one of the reasons why my win-loss ratio is so bad because well, I like doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
think
fun.
it's funny.
Hey, let's
Every time we start winning a lot, Lily's like, "Hey guys, you want to do something fun? Let's switch it up. Let's all random.
Let's stop having fun.
Let's stop having
my
fun. Let's
favorite
all
is
random."
all random Summoner's Rift. You
Yeah.
pick your role first and you press that random button and you play whatever you get.
I actually kind of like that. I've never
Half the
done
time we never go through with it.
Yeah, half the time it's like, I don't like my champion.
No, because I try to explain
Normal game, normal
how
game.
to do it and no one fucking listens to me. And they're like, oh, were we supposed to random now? Wait, were we supposed to?
Oops,
I'm like,
random
I
again.
fucking hate all of you.
I re-rolled it.
Can I re-roll?
It's funny.
I remember when I got, oh my god, there was one time I played The Sims 3 for the first time. I was having so much fun. 11 hours later, I built my little family and everything. It was really fun.
That's gonna be Animal
I kind of want
Crossing
to
in
try
a
The
day.
Sims. I never have.
Make all of us. It's so fun.
That is really
That would be so
And then make this
cute.
house. Yeah.
It's actually really fun when you like haven't tried it. It's like you're fucking god.
You guys remember we had like there's a period of time last year where like everyone's playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
I was just gonna
And-
say Minecraft.
Someone made the offline TV
Yeah.
house.
And it was frighteningly accurate.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if this is good. I
Herm.
remember I don't know if it was Fed or Leslie or whoever, but they saw the house. They're like, "Whoa, this looks exactly like
It
the
was
house."
Leslie, I think.
And
yeah.
I was just like, I know it's Minecraft, but it looks freaking similar, dude.
Dude, I
no,
want to do.
identical is the
Yeah.
word. Yeah.
We should do a hardcore Minecraft. If you die, you're fucking out.
We should kick them out of the actual house.
Oh, yeah.
And they have to camp outside.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
Oh my god.
I can make it
That's a
happen.
good YouTube video.
I think that's actually really funny. Until someone dies, you're outside.
Fuck.
That's so funny.
I'd be the first one. To
Not
go
a
for
good
sure.
time right now, by the
No,
way.
no, really not.
But after this pandemic, I can't believe I'm even saying that.
yeah,
And we're still memeing on Twitter, which I kind of love.
I think
Yep.
whenever there's something bad, people will always joke about it. I do that too as a coping thing.
yeah,
think is
it's a
actually
coping
good.
thing.
Like you laugh about it. Otherwise,
as long
I'll
as
cry.
you're taking it serious in the ways that you
Mhm.
should. It's one of the only ways to really liven up our spirits.
Have you ever like streamed, right? And you're like scared of like saying something
Mhm.
clipped out of context or like you say something bad. Like for example, remember? I don't know if people still do this, but they'll donate or subscribe with a name that they want. Like
I swallow.
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I had one where it was okay. I'm not gonna say it. NICK space.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
GURR. But I didn't know. But thankfully, I'm like big on enunciation, so I was like, like that.
Oh, man.
And I'm like,
yeah, that's rough.
Holy fuck! If I said that fast, like,
Yeah.
fuck! It's just like I'm scared, like
That kind of stuff
accidentally.
is so scary. Like,
Mhm.
what kind of people want you to fall for something?
People who
like
want
that?
the top-rated clip
Aw,
on
man.
LSF or
That
something.
reminds me, I was like first year uni and I was still streaming part time, and someone donated and they're like, "Hey Pokey, I really love your stream. I made you this fan art. Like, I really hope you like it, heart." And I clicked the link, and
Was it the penis?
No, it didn't load anything.
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh, okay." 2 minutes later, internet's gone.
Oh.
It was a goddamn IP grabber.
Oh my
God.
I don't click links anymore.
After
Yeah.
that, I
I'm like,
never have.
You
Oh
have
since.
fan
God.
art? Just tweet it at me. Insta,
Yeah.
Reddit. Don't click. I don't
Anything.
click stuff
Mhm.
anymore.
And actually, this title reminded me of like that video that was like the dark side of Pokemon, which is like gone by now. But for anyone that doesn't know, there was like a video last year or the year before that was titled that, and it was like a bunch of my clips, and it made me look pretty damn bad. But the actual situation was not that severe. But
It
also the way that the
wasn't.
person was talking positioned it to sound really bad. And I think that was something that like scarred me for a long time, because every time on stream I'd be like, how can this be positioned when played after very dramatic music and someone saying that I'm a bad person? Which I feel like that sort of thing really just puts your personality in a box, which sucks. And actually that person ended up messaging me and they're like, I'm like, so sorry I did that. All my points were kind of dumb anyways, and I didn't think the video would get any views, and
they were
blah,
just
blah,
like
blah.
jumping on the hype train of hating you at the time.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me too, where someone made a video about me, right?
Yeah.
And that personality in a box, suddenly I was scared to be myself. You know, like what if I do this thing that's seemingly innocent, but people take it as
Twist
something
it.
twisted to fit
or
their...
like joke in some way,
Yeah,
but then
right?
it looks
it
bad.
like stifles you, and then eventually you don't give a fuck. And
Yeah.
you know
And
what?
like, people are gonna shit on me either way, so I might as well have a good
So
time.
just be yourself, honestly. But I understand back then I was like scared to be myself for a certain.
But yeah, they do it because they know they can get views out of it, because it just has your name. It doesn't even have to be, it could be like anything, just your name, and then like paste it on there, and then, you know, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely at the point where I'm just like, oh, I'll have a good time either way.
Honestly,
I also think it was one of the
doesn't
things
matter.
that made me want to start like a second channel where I just kind of like talk about whatever. Because I realized like I come out with so much content, especially on YouTube, but not a lot of situations where I like just talk like from me to someone else, sort of, in a more like human manner. So it also kind of incentivized me to showcase a different side of myself.
Again, no one's evil.
Yeah,
We're all just humans. We have flaws.
Yeah.
It's in their contract to not be evil.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what. Okay, okay.
Was she quoting
I
something?
want to.
I don't
What?
know.
It's a song.
It's a Hannah Montana song.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh my god.
Wait, you guys knew, right?
I
It's
didn't
the
know.
best of
Kinda
both
looks like
worlds.
Hannah
Yes.
Montana.
The Zoomers.
I didn't know the
The
lyrics.
Boomers. Okay, it's Hannah Montana, dude. Or it's I think it is.
Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, and you know,
Wizards of
like
Waverly. Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire.
It's a
Yeah.
best of
Of
both
both
Oh
worlds.
god.
Yeah.
So-
It was a banger like that one.
And then came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh yeah.
That's not Hannah Montana. That's Miley Cyrus.
True.
They're different people.
Wow.
You know, I never got that in cartoons. Like Tuxedo Mask just has like a little shitty mask there, and then he takes it off, and it's like you guys don't recognize.
Came out in
him.
the 90s.
Like, come on, man.
Any horror stories or any really good stories? Oh, my best
I
being
had the
a
FBI
content
showed
creator.
at my house once.
Oh shit! What
Wait,
for?
what?
For a guy who was trying to sim swap me, but was actually like
Oh.
hacking a bunch of other like girls online, and so he was like trying to blackmail them essentially by like hacking them and then stealing their stuff and like, you know, cringe lord.
Yeah.
Trying to sim swap me. And so so he like texted me at some point like telling me all this stuff, just like, you know, kind of flex, I guess. Like, I'm gonna swim swap you. And so the FBI showed up to our house and they came in and they're like, could we talk to Michael Reeves? I was like, yeah, sure, man. Okay. I was like, fuck, did I do something illegal? Like, I didn't know what it was for. But then they sat me down at like the table and they were like, here you go. And they like pulled out my fucking phone text records that they got from Verizon.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Verizon just like gave it to them, and they
I
were
mean,
like,
when
"Hey,
you're
look,
the fucking FBI,
Yeah.
you're gonna take whatever you want.
here's your chat logs with this guy," and they just
Yeah.
asked me like what they were like, what happened, the situations with them.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you guys
That's
remember the last house also? One day I came downstairs and the cops were just there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, hello. And they're like, oh, hey, you guys were going to get swatted, but
Yeah.
then you were not.
Yeah.
Oh,
was like,
nice.
Okay.
I think
Thank you.
Now they're a little bit more, well prepped.
At least
they
in like LA.
understand,
and
yeah.
understand.
But like
did it
5,
before. They
yeah,
did it
7 years
before.
ago.
Not when it was
We
a
got
thing.
swatted twice.
That's so
It's
scary,
really
man.
Super
stupid.
That's like
scary.
traumatic shit.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. It stays with you.
Mm-hmm.
And just your trust in people goes fucking
Bunny.
plummeting.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very dark part of this. Yeah. For
There
sure.
are darker parts, which we will reveal in our memoirs in like 5-10 years.
Oh, you
Make
guys
sure to buy our
don't
book.
even know. You don't even know, man.
You're gonna tease them.
You're hyping it up.
You're hyping it up.
But maybe someday you'll know.
I
My
don't know.
book's gonna make a lot of money.
I'm down to like just memoir my life one day. That'd be fun.
Are you writing it all down now?
I have a very good memory.
Oh,
Traumatic things tend to stay with you, Pokey.
that's true. That's true.
Oh gosh.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Oh, we should totally do a time capsule.
Oh yeah.
I'm down to do a time capsule.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah, we put like a
cool.
little coronavirus sample in there.
Bring it back.
For later.
And this for later.
Good luck, whoever opens. You know what my mom texted me today? She goes, "You should not joke about coronavirus on social media."
Oh man.
Probably because she saw the Vanessa Hudgens thing. Have you guys seen?
No.
What's that?
What is it?
Vanessa Hudgens posted an Insta story. She was trending on Twitter. Like, people were talking so much shit.
What did she say?
She said something like, oh, like, I understand, like, coronavirus stuff, and, like, I respect the virus, but, like, I think people are overreacting. No. She said something like, yeah, even, like, worst case scenario, some people are gonna die, but, like, we're all gonna die anyways, right?
Oh,
I don't know if that's, like, a bad thing to say.
When I said that,
Oh my god.
I want to say, like,
That's not what I
again,
meant.
this is not, like, verbatim. This is, like, what I remember approximately she said. And you guys can look it up for yourselves.
yeah, I
It's
even feel like
hilarious.
shit for
But
joke.
she apologized
Sorry.
after, obviously, so
Yeah, no, that's
many people were
fucking-
outraged.
What the fuck?
I even feel bad for like not taking it seriously a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
filmed my anime podcasting before Josh went into his 2-week quarantine. I made fun of him. I'm like, oh, you're quarantining? That's so funny.
Dude, yeah.
I remember, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to quarantine. Like I feel bad about
I
that.
think
Yeah.
it's because, like, when you think about it, even a week ago, we had never even considered, like, quarantining as something.
Yeah.
Like, I've never done that sort of thing or had
Yeah.
to. So it's just so new to us.
No,
that
we
obviously at first
understand
we're
now
oh,
the
like, how
severity.
silly. Mhm.
Yeah, no, it is.
And that's why we're also quarantining ourselves.
As more and more people are like, this is serious. Like you hear it first time, you're like, oh yeah, it's serious. But like you hear it second time, you're like, oh, okay.
because,
And
like,
then
in the
like third
first-
time.
At
Mhm.
first, you think like, oh, we're technologically advanced. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have the medicine. We can. Cure
It'll
it.
be fine.
It's not gonna be like
Smiley.
the fucking Spanish flu again. You know, we
Yeah.
think like, but it's yeah. Just
Mhm.
we should take.
Yeah.
I think preventive care is good.
Yes, absolutely.
So if something like this happens again in the future, we know
Yeah.
not to take it too lightly.
Fred just messaged me, or like 15 minutes ago. Holy fucking shit! He misspelled fucking first. He spelled a ducking shit. Elenium streaming, making music.
Oh, that's so cool.
Wait, that's actually really cool. He's
Yeah.
been playing. He plays games with Elenium.
with
right?
Elenium.
And
I know.
I'm a huge fan of Elenium. Okay, I just really.
You
I,
are?
Yeah, I love Elenium.
Oh, I didn't know.
So he, I really like his melodies and stuff. So one day he was like playing games, and I go in. I'm like, "Hey, Finn, who you playing with?" "Oh, I'm just playing with Elenium." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I like his music.
No, it was way
Yeah.
more spurgy than that. She was like leaving the room and she was like, okay, bye. I love sad songs. And she closes the door.
If you guys need a third, you know, I can download Apex.
I've never played it before, but I will
But
now.
I can download it.
It wasn't Apex, it was COD, and I was actually seriously considering installing it that day. All right,
I don't blame you.
yeah. So dark side of you know, just everything has its ups and downs. I think.
And it's just nice to be empathetic to other people's problems, even when it comes to us and seeing people talk shit and being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you are
Yeah.
probably going through something too."
And we're not perfect.
Yeah.
We've made mistakes. I acknowledge this.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
All we can do is try our best moving forward. I'm trying my best every day, and so should you.
Yeah.
And I also encourage everyone, if you do come across like a creator that you like doing something that you don't agree with, if you want to bring it up to them, try to do it in an understanding manner. Because I imagine even you or any of us, when someone is just yelling at you, it's much harder
That
to
is a
really
pet-
take something into consideration.
I've had
Yeah.
people who literally tell me like, "Oh, your voice is fake," blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
I block them. She can't fucking take criticism. So many times, it's like
That's just like the go-to for when you
it
get
like
lost.
mixes in with actual constructive criticism because
Yeah.
I have gotten good criticism before,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
it like mixes in, and it's like I just don't want to deal with anything anymore.
If someone just like straight up attacks you versus being like, oh yeah, like I didn't really agree with the joke that you made.
Or
I
like,
like
why did
this
you
or
do
what-
this? Or
yeah.
do you realize that this? As opposed to, go die, you Twitch thought.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to say to that sort of thing.
There's a
So-
saying like people don't remember what you say, but how you say it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you say it with tact, it means a lot more. Everyone in this house. Nope, not anymore.
That's so true. Literally, I had at
Not
least 3
anymore.
events planned and canceled.
All my first voiceover workshop canceled. It was really funny because at first they're like, don't worry guys, we are not canceling this. We sanitize everything. We have a limit of 15 students per room, blah, 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 blah. Like 2 days later.
Canceled.
We are canceling this. Please let us know if you'd like a refund or two.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so
That's
sad.
There's
We
a
man.
lot
have
of
workshops
plans.
all that
It's gonna for this video. It's like something about it's like medically based too. So I was gonna go out and like talk to a doctor.
shit.
Not anymore.
You could Skype
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
can-
Yeah, is I'm gonna FaceTime
You
some
can
doctors.
buy like the medical card and I'll pretend.
That's what I said to him. I was like, we could be one of the
I could be the
doctors for
doctor.
you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
already
no
bought
one
a
will be able to
outfit,
tell
so-
fully Pichu
No.
at all.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one will be able to
yeah.
tell.
I can do medical speak.
Go ahead.
Your collarbone. I don't know why. Collarbone was the first thing.
Maybe because it's 2 words and that's more than one.
Yeah, it has the word bone in
So-
it, you know?
Yes, eat lots of vegetables and your respiratory system is doing quite well.
Still breathing. Good.
You're alive. I was gonna say, like, for now we have, like, you say you're cautious about meeting new people. I think that's why I hold very tightly onto the group of friends I have right now because I know I can trust
Yeah.
them already.
Agreed.
So, like, everyone in this house, like, that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, you know, very.
Feel like it's a ride or
No
die.
new
I
friends,
sing for
no
you.
New friends,
Yep.
No new friends. No, no, no. Do you guys know that song?
Okay, he doesn't know, so I don't feel as bad.
Drake.
Oh.
Who am I? It's Drake.
You're pokey. You're pokey. Who am I? It's considered to be one of the best songs by Drake on that album.
Are you Pokey still?
No, it was Scara.
Oh! Hey,
I didn't know
It
the
is
way he
considered
like
to
did
be-
this. The way he did
I
this
love when he does
motion.
that.
wait, guess who am I?
Wait, that is a
Yeah.
scar emotion.
Yeah.
Wait, come on, you guys don't know Drake? Oh, come on, that was sweet. Then you know.
Wait, that was fed?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what about
That's
this?
fed. Wait, come on.
Party, party, party.
Also
Yvonne.
fed?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yvonne.
that'll
Yeah,
be it.
no,
Guys, I
that's
know we're
Yvonne.
quarantining ourselves, but do you guys want some Starbucks?
Come on, man. We order food
Every
all the
morning.
time.
I'm not gonna lie
Damn it.
though. At first, I was like, "Oh my god, Starbucks every day," and now I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take like a grande iced latte, almond milk, no ice, thank you."
Michael,
Listen, we had some
what do you
meetings,
do?
all right? So
We did have
you
some
do
meetings.
I have brain damage.
He does.
Fuck you. Have brain
And-
damage.
Fuck you.
I walked
you.
out of my room once. These two staring at me. Stupid girl, stupid girl, stupid girl.
No. Loser girl, get
Loser
it
girl,
right.
That's
loser
a
girl,
fucking
loser girl.
scary game.
Chanting it. Like alternating the chants between each
Loser
other.
girl, loser girl, loser girl.
I
Go
stood
back.
there like 2 minutes, like listening to it. Like, what's
was
going
fun.
on?
If you want to be me. So, according to our personality types, you're a type 8, and you're a type 2, and you're a type 5. You are a caregiver. You tend to be very altruistic, and you sometimes put other people's needs in front of, you know, your own when you shouldn't do that. You actually complement type 8s very well because type 8s tend to be very, very headstrong, very assertive, so she can stand up for you, and then like you can support her. Like it's actually
protect
really
my
good
lady.
synergy, right?
Yeah, I remember this.
tell
Emma
us-
has done this for me before too.
Toast and Michael are type 5s. They love exploring new ideas and like making
Talking
cool
like
shit,
this.
pretty much. Actually, yes.
Being robots.
They're also very, very introverted. They need space. If you don't give it to them, they'll get really like angry and stuff. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Sorry, I imagined Michael like really angry. But it's like still meme angry. It's not actually angry. It's just him doing
One day,
this.
one day he's gonna be actually angry, and we can't tell the difference.
Oh no,
Like,
I
we're
think
just
he'll
gonna
like.
be
I,
I think
feel
you'll be
like
able
if
to
you're
tell.
really angry, you're just
I
like
feel like-
quiet, no
Yes.
expression.
I when I get angry, I don't talk. Well, the
Yeah.
anger quickly turns into frustration, which turns into sadness, which turns into tears.
Mhm.
But I feel like when someone's like really angry, you can sense it. Like you can see it.
I think because what you would sense is just like different, like
It's
something
completely
you've,
different, 'cause we
you've
don't-
never experienced.
I
It's
don't
very,
think we
very
ever
rare
get
for someone to be like
angry.
pissed.
Yeah, I get like
Yeah.
actually angry maybe like once a year. Like
Yeah.
it never.
I
fucking
can't wait to
happens.
see it.
If I get actually angry, I start getting nervous and I start shaking for some reason.
Yeah, no, because it's like an overwhelming, like you're
Yeah.
so emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time,
Hmm?
What?
What?
Huh?
Oh.
Last time you got really angry, it was in relation to.
I got really sad. I don't fucking know. Huh? What?
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 Huh? Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Just
for.
give me an address, dude.
Ooh.
Come on.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
That was
If you
very
enjoyed the podcast.
Second quarantine podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There will be more because we're quarantining ourselves for a minute. Actually, I wanted to ask you guys, how long do you think it'll like realistically be? Do you think like it'll be for sure full quarantine 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then like slowly back into society?
I don't know.
Or do you think it'll be like 2 months?
I only think the longer we do it, the better. If we can like mentally stand
She just
it.
wants to stay inside.
No, because like I feel like you just wouldn't like you just
It's just
avoid like
safer.
everyone getting sick at once. Like
True.
even if you get sick like later,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's just me though. Not everyone's like can stay.
I'm terrible
and
at
everything.
telling what's gonna happen or judge. Clearly, because I joked about it.
There's
like, a month
literally
ago, so.
updates like every week, so
Yeah.
the situation like changes
rapidly,
yeah.
literally in 24 hours.
Well,
So
let's
we
try
wouldn't
our
know.
best to be safe,
Mhm.
comfy, nice
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can transfer some of those feelings to you guys via the
I thought I was
podcast
gonna
and
say
videos.
transfer coronavirus.
So let us know.
What is this transfer?
And let us know in the comments what Enneagram type you are.
Don't do that. Just tell us what you want to see from us.
Like if you want to see an Enneagram podcast,
Like, comment, and
just
subscribe.
personality type
Goodbye.
podcast.
You know
I
what?
will,
Actually, if you want a personality type podcast, like write that in the comments. Say,
I will
yeah,
fucking
we are
do it.
interested in that.
I will
Yeah.
do it.
Lily,
I will
we'll be
do
the only
it.
one on it.
Yeah.
Lily sitting very excited. Okay, so Pokimane is type 8, and she's at A, B, C, D. And that means
And she measures the best with
this person and that person.
Yeah.
And so that's why she like this. And Michael, oh my god, Michael is like this. And that's why he compliments me like this.
Have you been watching my streams lately? Because that's
It's not really
exactly.
what-
Dude, every time someone mentions the Myers-Briggs in my
guessing.
stream chat, I'm like, oh, did someone ask in the chat about Myers-Briggs?
You're just like on another account saying,
No. You made him make a bot that prompts you.
And then all the regulars in my chat are like, ah, shit.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
I'll have my
shit.
screen capture up. I'll
Yeah.
pull up the 16 personalities.
She already has it ready on her second monitor.
Today
Like,
we're going to talk about a Harry Potter house.
Yo, she needs like commission on these goddamn
Yeah.
tests, I swear to God.
oh my god, you can set up interviews and interview people who want to know more about their personality type. You know how people do like tarot cards, but you're like telling
Oh,
them
I feel
what
like
they're
I repetitive
like.
really fast though. There's only a finite amount of personality
Just do it for,
types.
like the first 16 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One for each.
You're right.
Yeah.
Easy
You guys,
content.
You're E. What was it? What were you?
ESFJ.
ESFJ. So Pokey's also ESFJ.
I'm s-
Wendy's also
yeah.
ESFJ.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, the console.
Yeah.
That's so interesting that we're the same of one and
It's
opposite
I think it's
of
the
another.
different aspects
Yeah.
of like blah blah blah.
Sometimes
That's so cute.
I'm ESFP. It's like the
I
it's like
see you as
50
ESFP
50%.
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So very
ESFP.
close. 49 51%
That's
sometimes.
so cool. That's so cool. I love it. ISTP. INFP.
All right, guys. If you want that
INFP.
60 seconds, but for 60 minutes, let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, check out our clips channel because I think that'll be rolling.
Mhm.
All
It should
right.
be.
You would be
And
on
we'll
it.
see you next time.
You'd be on my personality type podcast.
No.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Hey everyone, welcome to the 15th ever offline TV podcast, quarantine edition. You know, everyone around the world working from home is using conferencing software, and you know, we're gonna do it as well, so I can be included for once, as I am not living.
We
in the
missed
house.
you.
Yeah. You could really tell
Nice
you're,
to-
yeah.
It's lonely here, but thanks to the power of the internet, we are all connected. Like, what would we do if it wasn't for gaming? Like, imagine if we didn't play games and we're quarantined. Like, what do you even spend your
I
time
was
on?
thinking about that today. What do people
Dude,
who
dude.
don't game do right now?
Dude, yesterday night the internet went black. Like AT&T Spectrum went down, and like literally everyone in the house flocked to the
the living
to
room.
the living room.
Wait,
and-
I didn't.
because you were asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sad.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, right before I drifted off into sleep, I heard Fed yelling, "Did the internet go down for you, Charles?"
Yeah, fuck.
Good timing. Good timing.
Yeah.
So what'd you guys do?
Well,
We ate, talked to each other for a little bit, and then went to sleep. I went to go read. I think reading is the only thing that like I could do without internet, but I don't know, man. No
I'm
internet,
so
no
thankful
fun.
I live with you guys. Like, if I lived alone, I'd actually kaboom.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
have to go quarantine with someone else.
I
I
don't
could not
think it's
stay alone
possible.
in a house.
I don't think it's possible for anyone to be alone for like this extended period of time.
Yeah, so I really feel for anyone that might be in that situation right now.
I started like pacing, and like Scar like called me out. I was like, Fed, chill, like relax, like it's okay, just be in the moment, dude. Like stop like thinking about shit. And I was like, oh, you're right, you're right.
Yeah, at the beginning of the quarantine, it was kind of easy, right? Because we stay indoors and we joke about it. It's like, huh, what's the difference? Am I right?
Mhm.
And then 1 month later, it's like, holy fuck, this is terrible. I want to go out.
This is the difference.
Mhm. Having that option to go out once every 2 weeks is more important than I thought.
Yep, I miss it.
All right, let's get to our first topic. Obviously, we have to talk about this one because it's taking over the streaming world.
Mhm.
And it's, of course, Valorant, Riot's new FPS game, hitting over, 1.4 million on Twitch. Yeah, as a whole. Our own Pokimane, over 100,000 viewers on Twitch as well. We have people everyone's breaking.
That was nutty. Everyone's records are being broken.
And yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, what do you guys think about Valorant? As a game.
I want you guys to go so I can give a polarizing opinion.
He's gonna give the hot take. Okay, yeah. I think it's super addicting. I think it's really fun. It has spiced up the CS:GO genre. I mean, let's be real. It's basically CS:GO with abilities. And I like that. I feel like every time Riot comes out with a game now, they try to give you multiple ways to play it. Like, they know there's different types of gamers, and they want to appeal to the different types of gamers. Whether you prefer a supportive role, an aggressive one, a tactical one. I really like the set of characters that they have. So I'm having a good time, but also, like, I am not a shooting pro. Literally, Fortnite was the first, like, shooting genre game I've ever played, and that's not even an FPS. I think it's, like, third person. So I can't speak to, the more specific aspects to whether it's a good shooting game. Anyone else?
Scar, you want to go ahead?
Fed wants to go last.
Oh, I know what Fed's gonna say.
Wants to come
I
in
know
for the
too.
kill.
I know.
Wait. You want to take this?
I'll just say, it's one of those games that's more fun to watch, and if you suck at it, it feels really bad. Like, it
can be very
really bad
because there's you have like 20 plus chances to die, basically.
Yeah.
Like in Overwatch, you have characters like Winston and Junkrat where you don't have to aim; you can get killed. In this game, it's like you can get killed so fast. Like, the time to kill someone is 0.5 seconds. If you can't react within 0.5 seconds, then you die. It's gonna keep happening over and over again. Right now, I think the funnest thing about it is that everyone's playing and there's always friends to play. Like, you get on and there's always friends. Right?
When Apex was like that as well. These are the best of times.
I think Riot just does what they do all the time. They take a pre-existing thing, a genre, and then they just polish it up. They don't add their own spin on it and then fucking release it, and it's good. This is like a really polished game. It's gonna be huge. Like, honestly, even without the drops, 100% this one's gonna be huge. So, I suck at the game, and I think that
You're not that bad.
Okay.
I saw.
Can we roll the clip, Mr. Editor? Roll that clip.
Roll the clip. They're mid.
Some are taking.
I got clip champ on this one. I don't know where the clip is coming from, but I got fucking clip champed, okay? Afterwards, I was looking at the mini map, and it looks literally like my reaction speed is like a potato. Like,
yeah, for our audio listener, the clip is Skara aiming, down a hallway, and a bad guy just walks past and then literally it takes 1 second for Scar to process it, and then he presses fire button and just shoots the air. So it looks like as if his reaction is 1 second late. It's like, okay, I saw a guy, and then he shoots. But apparently, Scar says he was watching the video.
I was looking at the mini map. Okay,
it doesn't matter, man.
I do that all the time. I keep thinking like looking at the mini map is as important as it is in League, and I keep looking, but I'm just wasting time and like I'm not properly holding an angle.
Yeah, dude, it happens so many times where I'm like, I look at the map, I get distracted. I'm like, oh, dude, why did I look at the map? But
right, what's your hot take?
There we go.
So
Let's hear
mine is more indifferent. Okay, here. I think the game is super fun right now. I think it's so cool that like, hey, stop.
I'm sorry, what? I've heard this take already.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's super cool that everyone's playing it. Everyone's cool. I think it's a fun game. But I think it lacks a lot of features that I think. Me personally, I like to see in shooters, and that's like I liked the ability to like be very mobile. So when I play the game, I play characters like what's her name? The Wind Bitch. What she do? Jet.
I always call her Set. Too.
Yeah, it must be a
Why
League
did
thing.
you do this to me, right, James?
And then so yeah, I play her a lot because I think it helps, but I really don't like the movement. It's very like. Fuck, I don't even know how to explain it.
You can't run and gun.
Yeah, no, and like you have to play super patient, and like I want to just like run at them, and I know that you just can't play that way. So that's why it's like it doesn't collide well with my play style. Also, I'm not a big fan of I was never a big fan of like the CS:GO spray pattern. So if you guys don't know, like when you shoot a gun and you spray, there's a certain pattern it'll always do. It'll always do a certain pattern, but if you spray after like the 6 bullets, after 7, it doesn't random. It's
he doesn't know.
It's completely random.
Wait. She says 7 because the AK spray pattern is always a reverse 7.
Oh really?
Yeah, in CS:GO. That's how.
He doesn't know that.
Oh no,
he doesn't know.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I'm not like I want to just like I'm not a big fan of tapping. Okay, and it's something like I have to adjust to, I guess. But I'm not a big fan of it. And then competitively, I think the game's gonna do actually way better than it's doing now competitively. So like I think we'll see like some fucking crazy majors or whatever the hell they plan to do with it. But I think watching it is not as fun. Like if I can't watch a streamer for more than like 10 minutes personally. So
I see Fed's point. Like I'm also of the opinion is like if it was more like Modern Warfare or Apex or Fortnite or Overwatch, it would be way more popular than the CS:GO version. Like it's good. It's a polished game, and it's a shooter that's new. But I'm of the opinion is like if they did it with the other kind of shooter instead of the CS:GO patience shooter, there would be more viewers and more players and more.
I do wish you could run and gun.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
It's like they made a really good product of a more niche genre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Genre.
Yeah. No, I think so too. But other than that, I think the game is super well made. It's just like I think I just don't think it aligns with a lot of like play styles that we're used to. Yeah.
Okay. So, I heard this theory before. Why people don't like this? It's because CS:GO is a really old game. Like when you grew up like 25 years ago, you used to play CS:GO.
Oh,
but if you grew up in like Fed's era, it's the Zoomer era. We're on Zoom, by the way. So in the Zoomer era, you grew up during Call of Duty, and you grew up during like fucking like these run and gun fucking games. And I think that makes a lot of difference. I think a lot of the CS:GO thing like, captures a lot of magic from old games that may not be very popular with, really young people like Fed.
It's a lot to get used to.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things you just have to know. Like you move and you shoot, and your gun like it's going everywhere. And it's like, well, why didn't you slow down and stand still and crouch down and wait 0.2 seconds before you shoot and learn the spray button? It's like. It's a lot of things, a lot of elitism in my opinion.
There's so many things you have to like retain or like remember to do, and it's holy fuck.
You can't. I feel like it's hard to replace your skill in the game with something else. Like, regardless, it all breaks down to how good are you at shooting, and like that's cool.
I actually disagree with you.
Really?
Yeah. And I think it was intentionally made that way, or at least that's how a dev explained it to me. For starters, like so many of the agents have like scouting abilities, they have grenades, they have smokes, they have things that are meant to almost like make up for the gap in shooting. And also, I was told again by dev that the reason they wanted to make shooting so deadly was because like if you were able to like position properly as a player or sneak up on someone, even if you're not better at shooting than them, you can just like one tap them.
I guess that's true, huh?
I do think it's still like very important, and you can't really be good at this game without having a good shooting fundamental.
This is the only game I've not changed my DPI in 15 years until this game.
Same.
And I changed my DPI for this game. I changed my sense for this game, and I'm literally at midnight fucking in the shooting range with and like fucking trying to do flicks with like the different guns, and I'm just like, why am I trying so fucking hard to play this game? You know?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the streaming ecosystem with Valorant, because that's
all right. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm last.
Extremely talked about, especially amongst the streamers. So how it works, in order to kind of give, Riot a boost on Twitch, they have the system where to get into the beta, you have to get it through watching streams. And obviously this boosts the number of every streamer who have drops enabled. Now, Riot first did this with Legends of Runeterra, but the difference there, I mean, okay, I took advantage of the drop system for Legends of Runeterra. I abused that shit. I was running VODs.
Did you replay VODs? Oh, yeah.
I replay VODs. And I will come up with titles that are technically true, but made it look like, the place to get it was my channel, even though it was the same. So for Legend of Runeterra, if you stream Legends of Runeterra, and your viewers get a chance to get drops. Doesn't matter who you are. 1 viewer, 10 viewer, 10,000 viewer, 100,000 viewers.
Also, just to add, for anyone that may not really understand, a drop is basically access to the closed beta game. Closed beta means like only certain people can access the game. And in order to get that access, you have to get a drop via watching someone on Twitch.
Yeah, so you just have to watch someone, and eventually, if you're lucky, it'll drop. And people came up with all these theories, like, okay, what if I watch 1,000 streams at the same time? What if I watch a streamer with only one viewer? Because I'm the only viewer, I'll get the drop. It's like, the way the system works is basically Twitch takes everyone who's watching the stream, and everyone has like an equal chance. You just need one stream open. Stop killing your PC and your internet with 1,000 streams open. But people still have these beliefs, which is why, like right now, every single Valorant streamer with drops enabled is getting like double, triple, 10 times the viewer.
Even more.
Even more.
Like 10 or 20 times. It's crazy.
Holy fucking shit, dude. That's crazy.
The difference with Valorant, though, is that Riot has a list of streamers that have drops enabled. A very exclusive short list. And if you're not on this list, you don't have drops enabled. And if you don't have drops enabled, no one's gonna watch you because you'll be at like page 7 of the Twitch directory for Valorant. Now, I don't have a horse in this race because I'm on Facebook. We don't have drops for Valorant. But as an outsider looking at this, I'm like, wow, this is next level. It's like favoritism. Like, I don't know, man. It really messes up the streaming ecosystem with that.
I completely. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Fred.
No, I was gonna say I almost think like it's unintentional. Sorry, I'm peeking. It's almost unintentional on their part. What do you think, Skyra?
Keep going. No, I want to be the last horse in the race. Like you talked last time,
Yeah.
I got the hot take this time. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it hasn't really affected me. Everyone's streaming Valorant, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take over just chatting bitches. But like, I can see why like someone like I don't know, Scar or Lily, who have been very integrated into the Riot ecosystem for how many years? Like their whole fucking careers, and it just it looks kind of bad in my eyes. But I mean, it just it doesn't really affect me, so I don't really have. I like Toast a horse in the race.
The viewership boost is absolutely insane, and it took me a couple days to really realize how there are so many streamers that don't have it, and also consider if I was in their shoes, how much I would hate the current Twitch meta. There's always Twitch metas. Sometimes it's a certain game, sometimes it's a certain streaming style, sometimes it's just chatting. But I would definitely, I would probably just like take a break. Honestly, if I didn't have a drop right now, I would just say F it. Because everybody's already mostly watching Valorant streams. Also, I've because of that, because of how inherently unfair the situation kind of is, I've tried to make it a point to host people that don't have drops enabled, because people that do are getting free viewers either way, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, gotta share some of the love.
I would imagine your viewer would be not happy if you hosted someone without drops enabled.
Dude, so many of them aren't even there. So in a sense, I'm giving free viewership to someone
free
else.
Bots.
Five head, yeah.
It's if you're someone with drops enabled, you know, it's great for you, and I would take advantage of the shit. Like if I had Valorant drops enabled, I would be running. I would be one of those people running replays. Yeah,
people. Okay, I've seen a lot of people be very mad at people for running replays for certain titles. I saw a lot of people use a title that's like highest percent drops here or something, and I used it for half a stream, and people were pissed. And even though like on stream I was like, oh, like this is a joke, so many people are using this as a joke title, right? But yeah,
I think right now the meta is you have to have drops enabled, and if you're one of those, what you have to do is come up with a title that makes it seem like your stream is the best place to get drops while not outright lying, like clickbaiting. But then you have guys like Dr. Disrespect, who doesn't have drops enabled, who just says drops.
Oh, he doesn't have it enabled?
Yeah,
no, that's the big.
His title just says drops for no reason?
Yeah, drops maximize.
I'm a dummy viewer. I didn't even realize. I watched his stream today, and I was like, oh, I knew he didn't have it enabled before, but I thought he had gotten it because of the title.
No, like a lot of people complained about it, and like he stopped playing the game for like a couple days, and now he's back on it, and he recently like sort of like was gonna do apology, but then he like ended the apology with like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just like,
that was his fucking Twitter apology. It was
oh, I mean, he can get away with it because he can just chalk it up to his persona, and Twitch is not gonna take action against one of their biggest moneymaker.
Oh no, I don't think Twitch would take action against anyone for like clickbaiting title like that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I mean, I think like saying highest percentage drops or stuff like that is fine, but like saying drops when you don't have drops, like it starts crossing the line in my opinion, because like you can't tell on mobile whether or not a stream has drops enabled, I believe. Only on PC.
Oh yeah, you can.
I agree, it's misleading, and as a viewer I would be bothered because I actually just fell for it this morning. Not that I was like waiting for drops, but I just like checked his stream and I was like, oh, he got it enabled. Yeah. But yeah, I still don't think Twitch would take action against something like that. But as a viewer I'd be like, oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, and then I'm surprised like he didn't get drops, because I'm sure Riot offered, right?
He wanted to stream it, the playtest, and they said no, he didn't go. He got offered. That's apparently the story. I'm not sure how.
I thought he like forgot or something.
No. They wouldn't forget him. He got the invite. Okay.
No. I thought like he forgot to show up on the day of or something.
Yeah. No, I was told that he wanted to stream it, like the actual play testing, and they said no, which completely reasonable. You know,
because we had a day to stream it later on, anyways.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, he must regret his decision so bad now.
Scar, what's your take? You want to be last, right?
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Okay. So let me put it this way: I don't have drops enabled. But put that out right there. it fucking sucks streaming Valorant. Like I lose so many viewers. There's no way I can compete with anyone who streams Valorant. And the funniest thing about the situation is I know what this situation is like exactly, because what this situation does is it creates like fucking kings of sections that are unbeatable, giants that are unbeatable for months. So I know what this is like because me and Toast, long ago, used to rule the TFT section. Me, Toast, Dog, Hafu, and I think there's one more like Racken.
Was there ever drops for TFT?
There was
no, but it was advanced access.
Yeah, but we got advanced access whitelist through PBE, as well as because it's a little bit different, okay? But let me explain why it's like somewhat similar. So we got advanced access to play test the game. On top of that, I was able to make content off the advanced access, and that literally propelled me to be the streamer that I am right now. Like I got huge off that, enormous, and we were untouchable because when you're let's not talk about drops from now. When you're a new player to a game, you don't know who's good or not at all. When you're watching a person like and they're going like 090 every game, you're like, okay, maybe this guy's not that good. But like for the most part, you have no idea. So you just watch the highest viewed streams, and that's all you do. And you don't know who's good until rank comes out. And since like for us, like rank came out like so late, we were untouchable for like 2 months straight. It only into set 2, which I think is 4 months in, were people even able to break 1,000 viewers that weren't like the 5, like more than 2,000.
That's insane.
I wonder.
Sorry, go ahead.
Person. Keen was the first breakout person because he won the right invitational. If it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have broken out like as like a 3K, 2K streamer. And even today, the biggest streamer right now, I think is Corrupt, can average 4K, and none of the giants are streaming.
I wonder if that was very intentional on their part, in the sense that we are giving access to people that we want to be big in our game.
Sorry, keep going. You go first. I have a lot to fucking say.
I think maybe it's Riot's theory that by treating these content creators real nice, they have more loyalty. It's like, it's harder to just leave when your stream has 100K viewers, right? Like if your stream has your normal amount of viewers, like, oh, I'll play some Modern Warfare, I'll play some Apex, I'll play some Valorant, just switch it up. But with this system, it's like, wow, I get 100K on Valorant.
There's no reason to play anything else.
Yeah. But I mean, as we've seen like plenty of time in the strategy space, it's like the streamer will always go where the viewers are, right? Like Dog, for example, he switched from Hearthstone to TFT for like 8 months, and then Hearthstone Battlegrounds was more appealing to him, and then he just switched back. And then like Riot had to like, hey, you want to come play in our tournaments? You want this advanced access? And Dog said yeah, but like he did it, and then he went back to Hearthstone. So I think it's really good temporarily to just convince these big names to play your game by treating them so well and giving them so much advanced exclusive stuff. But eventually, like streamers will always go where
the views
want to go.
Okay, so this is my thing. I don't care that they have choices. Oh, I do care that they have choices of who to pick. I understand why they would do it. I think it's fucking smart. Like, first of all, say Riot fucking genius with this. Creates so much really fucking good marketing. Okay, yeah. But why are people who are not big given drops? That's my biggest thing.
Agreed, so actually, sort of.
Fucking face of Twitch TV. I get it, fucking she has drops. Whatever.
It does cheese me that someone like Scara, someone like Lily doesn't have drops, and then you have social media interns from like 100 Thieves that have drops.
Like, I'm really curious why like certain people, certain like reporters or interns with like 5 viewers, 0 to 5 viewers average, and then afterwards get like 250 viewers.
It's almost like a sort of undeserved favoritism, which like I hate to say because like it's part of life in a sense, but like I would just rather a world where those people, do give them access, but also give it to like your hardcore loyal streamers from previous games who would be interested.
I just wanted to be reasonable. Like, look, if you're giving your code the top fucking streamers, like you want to give it to, you just open up the fucking list. I want the top 100 people, and I want to give them all drops. Why is number 9 million, the person averages 2 viewers getting drops? Why is like, what was the point? What was the reasoning behind that? So like, if they're a reporter for a game, like, should they get access to the drops over people who are bigger, who could market their game better?
from what I understand, these people like organizations got keys. Like I think it was 15 keys or 25 keys every org, and those or I don't know, like a lot of pro players have drops. Like so much of them with very little viewership. But I think it's because they're pro players or they got it through an org. They're allowed to. I don't know. It's I agree. It's weird. Like
I wonder if everybody that play tested the first day or the first weekend, if they all had drops enabled.
They all had drops.
I think that, yeah.
In that case, like I kind of get it. I think maybe they wanted a variety of people for that first play test, not just streamers, not just professionals, not just interns, not just journalists. But then with that variety, they had an odd variety of people with drops.
So like,
if that's how it happened, I kind of get it a bit more.
Like, I was never gonna stream this game full time. This was always gonna be like, hey, let me end my stream on this. Let me play a couple hours with my friends. But like, I'm not incentivized at all to stream. I lose like 60-70% of my viewership touching the game for a couple hours. So I'm just like, oh fuck.
Oh, no,
like, no. And so I don't bother. I play off stream, but like I usually don't stream too much of it. But like, yeah, I'm a little cheese because I feel like certain, like if you're gonna go, this is a popularity game, a numbers game. Like I get it, dude. I was favored when TFT came out for reasonable reasons, probably. But like I was favored. I get it. You know, I get why other people are favored here, but like certain people got favored that I'm like, this isn't gonna help your marketing. Like these people won't make your game more popular. My only take on it.
So like my question is like, well, why not? If like they know this is an issue and people are complaining about it, why not just start giving more drops to more streams? You know, why does it only have to?
Because they like the way it's working out for them.
I would
maybe in like 2 weeks they'll give drops to all Valorant streams. But then because what's gonna happen is any streamer gets it, the top dogs won't have as much viewership. They may want to stream something else.
Yeah, I think I would never take away drops as is right now. Like it's really smart to like keep all these people that you like, keep them happy. You know, this is like the smartest non-financial incentive they've like any company's ever given. And to be honest, this is a financial incentive. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they can't just give other people drops, or else it make like other people feel like shit. Like if Pokey has drops right now, if randomly they're like, okay, all the people in beta just get drops, Pokey's gonna be like, what the fuck? You know?
I mean, honestly, no. I'm just gonna be like, I feel like I've already like I've been so lucky. I can't be mad if they want to make something more fair. You know what I mean? Will I be like, dang it, maybe I'll do some just chatting? I mean, yeah, but I don't think I would be mad because like I still feel it's the fair move.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was on Twitch, I have the same opinion, which is like anything that works to my benefit I'm gonna take advantage of it, right? And anything that doesn't work to my benefit, then I'm not gonna be entirely happy about it. Like it's not fair. And I think this move by Riot is it's the smartest move. And cause who's gonna be upset? Mid-sized and small-sized streamers. Your large streamers are happy. Your viewers, like the viewers, don't really give a shit. They're just there for the drops, right? So the only people are complaining are like small streamers. It's like, what are you gonna do? Not play League of Legends? Not play Valorant when everyone's playing it? Like you can complain, but there's really no upside, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy too, because like as a streamer, like this is like career defining, you know? If you're one of the people,
I really wonder, like if you're a smaller streamer and you got drops enabled and now you're hitting 4-digit numbers, maybe even 5 sometimes, I wonder if those people will stick around down the road.
I know they will, because it happened in TFT. It's the same way. Even
no, they will.
Yes, they will. Like the average, like if the overall views in the section decrease, everyone's views decrease. But like,
yeah, but I do think it will redistribute quite a bit simply because there are so many people playing the game.
Not until rank comes out. Not until tournaments come out.
Yeah, but that's in a week and a half or a week. It's pretty fast.
Even then, it was gonna take a while. On average, I would say probably a month to 2 months before anyone sees anything. Like you have to.
I'm talking like long term because you said career defining. And so I'm like, oh, these people that are like, holy shit, like I'm usually a 50 viewer Andy, I'm now a 2K Andy. Do you think those people should now just like go full time, have a blast?
I think they should all in because this is a once in a lifetime thing. Let's catch like.
I guess aside from what they should do you think it will work out for most of them?
Probably not most of them.
I do think it might be like leading on some people, you know.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Like, oh, my viewers are good. Oh, what? A month later, when the drops are gone and the hype is like not as crazy, like, fuck, I quit my job. I thought this was gonna work out. Here I am. But I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know the kind of like who exactly has access. So I don't really know if what I'm saying is accurate.
Sorry, I was just looking at the stats of a streamer that did just get drops enabled.
How much did they used to average?
What do you want to take from 30 days ago?
Yeah, 30 days.
That's fair.
700 viewers.
Okay.
What
about
Last 3 days. What do you think?
3K.
It's 3,000. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice guess.
Thank you.
Quadrupled their viewership. Like even if it's all bots or whatever, but like
it's exposure.
It's exposure.
So there may be some people that stick around.
And you know their agent is like going to sponsorship. It's like my client just saw a quadruple increase in growth. You want to pick them up right now while they're cheap. Yeah. Like I don't think like sponsors like, oh, Valorant drops in Ava. We need to factor that. And they're like, oh wow, big growth, money, throw it at them. So it's just a huge upside, but we'll see. Like I'm sure Riot/Twitch will change something before the month is over. Like I don't think they'll keep the system because it's too much.
It's probably gonna be like open beta just comes out in the month.
Yeah,
that's it, and everyone gets access. So drops won't matter.
Yeah, like the big streamers are happy, and then we can just treat this like a regular game.
It's okay, dude, because once Marbles comes out with their game, fucking Fed's gonna get drops, and then he's gonna be taking over the world, dude.
Yeah,
can I mention something random?
The one streamer.
It's so funny, like hearing Toast say like big streamers, and then like also refer to me as a big streamer, because I remember when Toast first came into the house, and I don't know, Toast, if you remember this, but I went to him and I was like, Toast, tell me the secret. How do I get 5-digit viewership?
Oh my God.
Toast, what do I do?
Yeah, I remember that time. I think it was TwitchCon. We were walking down the street because you had to pay for yourself for that TwitchCon.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying, it's like, how do I get Twitch to like pay for my stuff? Because I got my shit comped for that TwitchCon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been an incredible journey this last 3 years for everyone in offline TV.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like every month it's someone different at the top of the charts. Like looking at Fed's numbers this last month, I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
What happened here?
So
what
funny,
happened?
Dude. Oh wait.
So random. The girls happened, I guess.
I feel so bad. No, Fed. It's not just the girls.
It's the pool.
I feel bad because like quarantine is bad for everyone except Twitch viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch viewership is up like 20%.
Oh yeah.
So like
it's
across the board. And then on top of that, Valorant, which like sure that's more viewership for Valorant, but that's more people on Twitch in general. It's crazy.
Yeah.
My numbers actually discounting Valorant have been insane. Like
right?
If I stream, I go to 5 digits almost every day if I stream for like longer than 4 hours. Like actually crazy. Like I'm really lucky that's the case, but I'm just like, damn, dude. Everyone comes to me like, I just lost my job, Scar. What do I do? I'm like,
I'm like, send me your PayPal, man.
People just got nothing to do.
From them? You mean like you give them money? Okay.
No, not you. Yeah, them. I think I saw Lupo did like he did an interview for an article about it where it was like the only job that can like survive anything, freaking Twitch streaming.
Dude, it's true. I'm getting so many messages from like friends like, hey, like is streaming like you think I can get into stream? Like, dude.
Oh my God.
So true.
From like normie friends, normie friends. Like,
oh my God, there was a race car driver, I believe, who was streaming with his race car driver friends. like an iRacing game or
Okay.
tournament,
Mhm.
and one of them said the N-word, and now he's been banned indefinitely from their league.
Oh my god.
If we want to talk about
Oh yeah,
topics.
Arya Stark, Macy Williams was asking on Twitter.
Oh, I saw that.
Wait,
How
what
can I
What did
happened?
she
stream?
say?
She wanted to stream Animal Crossing on
Dude,
Twitch.
Pokey, get on that.
Hold on, let me
Help her
find her
out.
Twitter.
Hit her up in the DMs. But yeah,
I really should.
a lot of mainstream people. It's just like, what is Twitch right now? And
Even like
very cool.
even like the music scene. I'm good friends with Millennium and Slender, and they've actually been trying to get into Twitch as well. What they've been doing, or what Slender's been doing, he's been streaming his set every other Friday on Twitch, and
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, but it's also, it feels bad, man, because like, dude, the music and EDM scene is just in like free fall right now.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's sick.
it's everyone's on Twitch. You got fucking like the strongest man alive coming on, lifting on stream. You have do you know who Dumbfounded is? The rapper.
Yeah.
That guy is streaming, and he's just doing fucking freestyle rap. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I used to listen to this guy 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. Like
it's-
I think it's actually really cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool, and it's also giving like kind of like what you're alluding to is like a lot of exposure to Twitch. You know,
Oh,
a lot of people a lot of people don't really know what Twitch is yet. You know, as big as it is already, but it's, I think.
Or like they've heard of it, but they've never explored it or fully
Yeah.
understood it.
It's like Will Smith adopting YouTube. Like Will Smith has a popping YouTube channel that he vlogs on, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe
oh
we'll
wait,
see someone
how big
similar.
is it? It's actually pretty big.
It's
It's
pretty.
Will Smith.
Dude,
Oh.
You
What?
know.
he does TikToks
It's
too.
gonna be big. It
Oh,
doesn't matter
shit,
what
it
he
is
does.
Huge.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Very versatile man.
Let's move on to topic number 2. You know, there's this website going around that Fed, you're probably familiar with.
Oh, Fed, pop off. The
Oh,
floor is yours.
Wait, what is the next topic?
There's this website going around called egirl.gg where you can pay women and men, if you want, to play video games with you. Now, such a concept seems so, I don't know, like people see gaming as such a for fun thing, and to mix, you know, on the extreme, this is the super extreme. This is like paying, how do I say this without sounding offensive?
Say it.
In the most offensive way I can put it, it's like paying a hooker for companionship and not sex. Except companionship in this case is playing video games. That's the most.
I think you should maybe a better comparison is like escorting, because that's mainly for company, I believe.
escorting.
Wait, no, it's not. But okay.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Okay, sure.
It's like meant to be. Like that's meant to be the difference
That's
between
what-
escorting and prostitution, I believe, right?
Sure. Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not,
Don't share me.
I'm not familiar
Don't
with escorting.
share me.
Escorts
Say-
usually
say it and say it with your chest, Federico.
Usually when you get escorts, it's implied that that you're gonna do more with them. You know.
You're gonna bang.
Yeah,
Optional.
Sure, but it's most of this time implied. What are we talking about? egirl.gg. Yeah. So okay, here's the way I think about it. We all are very familiar with maid cafes. Amon, you went to one. Scar, I don't think you've gone to
I
one.
did not.
But the concept is basically you're paying for companionship. You go to a cafe and you pay to like talk to someone, and they sit next to you and they talk. That's the way I see egirl.gg or whatever egirl. But you're basically paying for companionship, and it's not like a sexual thing at all.
It's a loneliness. I mean, look, you're different
Unless
because
someone wanted it to be.
yeah,
I went to one girl's profile, and attached to every profile where you can purchase an e-girl, there's like a little voice memo that they record, and she said, let me be like your healing slut something like that. Your heel slut, something like that.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're looking for, that's what you can get. But if that's not what you're looking for,
that's an
you gotta
Overwatch
get that.
term.
Yeah, I mean it's
I think
different.
so.
It's different for Fed because he's a streamer and he can it's free content, right? Because
Dude, I was telling Fed, girls should be paying to play with you because
Yeah, why hasn't that
it
happened,
would be
bro?
like free followers because you haven't put yourself on that. You should say we'll play together on stream, and I'll include your Instagram handle.
But I think
and they
that'll-
have to pay like $100.
But then I worry that'll attract the wrong type of people. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but
It's
I
fucked
mean, I
either
need
way.
the right type of people if I need the right type of people if they're on egirl.gg. Not that I'm I'm not shaming anyone. I'm not shaming anyone.
All the girls,
sex workers are great.
All the girls I've talked to all the girls I've talked to have been like, I'm there purely because of quarantine. Or I'd say 60% of them have been like, yeah, I'm just here because I'm bored. Like they're not doing it because they see a legitimate.
True. Because if you're really bored and you just want a game, you can game with anyone. But if you're really bored, unless you mean they lost their job because of quarantine,
Well,
and now this is the next easiest thing to do to make money.
So I think there were three
In
girls.
which case, I understand.
There were 3 girls that were going to school and no longer they didn't have a job, but they were going to school. And this is they play games, and this is something they can do on the side, for lunch
I
money.
respect it.
Yeah, Scar, what were you saying? Sorry, I interrupted you. Scar, you chime in, dude. I know you.
Scar with an e-girl, right?
Yeah, Scar's
What's your
got 2
experience
e-girls, dude.
Let me lay down, the
law.
No, I mean lay down the situation. So I played with 2 different e-girls, because Fed rolled a marble that I would twice actually. So I heard he cheated on the second one. I have to talk to you about that later, by the way. Anyways, so I played with one, and first of all, before any of this happened, I told Fed, I was like, this is fucking easy content. And I remember him being like, yeah, I think so, but it wasn't a definite yeah.
And then his viewership increased 50%. And he was like,
yeah. And then he was like, yeah. And that's how I see it. It's very content focused, and I had 2 girls. The first one was kind of amazing content. She wasn't a girl that I'd be interested in personally, but she was the type of girl to be like, yeah, I like NTR manga, so I really like seeing people get cut. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
That's so good.
I like that.
Just like that, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Actually, I went to TwitchCon just to see her. I'm just like, what the?
Yeah, I remember her. She's so cute.
Oh my god! But incredible content. And the second one was, I think, less good content, but a person I preferred playing with more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, yeah, it's mainly just companionship, I guess.
No, go ahead.
I think it's in the quarantine, it's really easy to be lonely, and I'm really, I'm in a position where it's a lot harder because I live with all of you guys. But even then, it's dude, not being able to leave the house or talk to anyone kind of sucks, honestly. So this is the only way I can meet new people. Is that sad? That's pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's one of the only few ways I can meet new people. But the downside to this was that my chat turned degenerate for a couple, it's still kind of there for 5 days now. Dude, every day people are horny out of their mind.
The fucking Coomers come out of nowhere, bro.
I know.
Shipping content.
Oh my god.
They're not even shippers, dude. They're Coomers. I swear to God.
Dude, I had to stop because after
Can you
doing
explain what a coomer is?
Basically, someone that masturbates every fucking day. They're just degenerates, and they're just looking for anything to masturbate to. Yeah, if you look up the dude, it's fucking. It's,
if you look at the definition, it's probably a face of Hassan.
I probably should have looked up the definition.
That's how it got popular, dude.
It's being so mentally deranged and exhausted from years of masturbating to porn that they turn to an absolute sociopath plagued by anxiety and loneliness, and your only pleasure in life is ejaculating to porn several times a day.
Amazing.
Basically porn.
All right, back to the topic. I was gonna say what I found to be kind of interesting when I checked out the site, and mind you, this was a week and a half ago, maybe. So I don't know how it is now, but when I checked it out back then, I saw that most girls on there actually didn't have a lot of customers in a sense. I believe there's a tracker for how many people you've played with, or how many people have like bought your gaming session.
Yes.
And most of them had like
That's true.
5, 10. Very rarely did they have like 20 plus. I think Toast, you'll maybe have a better idea number in your mind.
Oh yeah.
And when I did the
Toast.
math, like that's not very much because some of these people sell like one game for $1.
Oh,
Yeah, honestly, I think it's mostly a meme thing. Like, just novelty of it's pretty cool, but like once you try it out and like you pay for a game or you sell yourself for a game, like it. Yeah, go ahead. Fred.
No, I was gonna say, so the strat that's been going around is like sell yourself cheap early to get your numbers up. So $1 per game, and once you have like
Yeah, but I feel like not a lot of people have their numbers up.
uh,
Right?
well,
Toast,
if
okay,
you check
for
now,
anyone that doesn't know, Toast became the highest rated e-girl. He
Yep.
served the most amount of men on that website.
ah.
And it took him like 2 days.
It was like one day. It was like so
I
fun.
mean, we abused the system where me and Fed, we just had his viewers pay for like sessions, but not actually play with me.
But nonetheless, the amount was how much?
It's like $1 per person, so $300, like $1 per person over
So
300 people.
300 sessions. What do you feel like is the average, or like what kind of numbers did you see in terms of like people played with on the site?
so
I'm
like
gonna go look right
so
now.
like top 30 is like 63 right now. 63 people. 70. You know.
Like that's the 30th?
Yeah. And
Even that's like not too much.
yeah, this site came out not too long ago
It's like
as
$1
well.
per game, I mean.
Well, I mean, this is just for League of Legends. So like for the other games, it's different. So like I would say like probably like yeah, you can get to like top.
Oh shit, yeah, Fortnite has 300. Jesus.
Yeah, like there's a lot.
wow.
Like it's actually much bigger than I expected.
Jesus.
That like I think it has grown in popularity quite a bit in like 2 weeks because I checked it out like 2 weeks ago and it wasn't
yeah.
that much at all.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't just us playing with it. Like Tfue, I think, did it.
Yeah.
A couple of streamers. So
But can we talk about the legitimacy of the website? Because I sometimes feel bad mentioning it when I feel like it's a pretty illegitimate website and I don't actually want to recommend people to use it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like
it's-
the site security and like the terms of service, all very like unprofessional.
I think the biggest question mark for me is they don't they didn't. There's no age verification system. I made an account, Toast made an account. They had no way to verify my age at all. That in and of itself is fucking weird, champ, to me.
Weird.
Yeah.
So they're not verifying the ages of anyone that is working there either.
Yes, and they are taking. I asked. They're taking 25 cents plus 10% on after taxes. I think something like that. From
But
every
25 cents. So
But
26 cents of $1? You ain't making shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's meant to be like a way to make a living. I think it's, I think you're just waiting to be picked up by a streamer, like, because so much streamers, like, just like Fed mentioned, like himself, Hassan, Tfue, like Mo, like everyone is talking about it, everyone using it, and then you might just pick up, because a lot of these e-girls have their Twitch stream / Instagram in the description.
Dude, the girl I played with was like, can I drop my Instagram in your chat? I'm like, why? It's just like I just wanted more followers. I'm like, you know what? I respect that.
It's
Go
free.
Dude, I remember that she was like, I just want people to verify that I'm 21 or something, and then
And then
asked
afterwards,
her
she
again.
delivered more followers.
Yeah, I respected that. I was like,
funny.
okay.
I respect that a
That's
lot.
fucking funny.
Like, that's why you should do ego.gg, not because you want to make $1 per game per hour, because you're not making.
Yeah, like
Your internet
You
costs
can make
is-
more money doing an
Any-
infinite list of things online.
like, oh god.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the strat I've seen though is like obviously people do $1 per game to get their numbers to like the hundreds, and then once you're at like top 50, top 30, then you can like up your games to like $3, $4, $5. I see some people at
Makes
20,
sense.
some 20, some 15, some 5.
That
So
makes sense. That's pretty smart, actually.
like it feels better for me. I don't know why, but I feel better paying $5 than paying $1. You know what I mean? Because like $5.
You think
Yeah,
you're getting a more quality product, but sometimes you're
you
not.
don't
It's
want-
just like clothes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You don't want to get them too cheap, right? Your girls.
It's just a marketing tactic. Us streamers know all about them.
Yeah. But,
That reminds me, you know, it would be an interesting thing for us to discuss as well.
Hmm.
OnlyFans. Did we ever discuss that?
Oh man, we had a private discussion.
we had a private discussion. Oh, Scar, you want to?
Oh, you boys had a private discussion, huh?
Okay.
Research? Wait.
Out of
Was
context.
it for science?
No, it was. This is so out of context. Okay, Fed, I'll explain this because the way Fed's gonna explain this, it seems so bad. Okay.
No.
He's gonna say, "Hey guys, when you're on OnlyFans, do you play the game?"
No, I think it's funny if I explain it, Scar. Trust me.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So, I was going out a lot one time. I was hanging out with like Portillo, and like the C9 people, and we always go out. Part of their group, there's a girl. Her name is Mimsy. I hope she doesn't mind me mentioning it. She's like really cool person. She does OnlyFans as well. To me, like that doesn't matter. I still think she's a cool person and really fun to be with. And then one time I was hanging out with Toast and Scara, and for some reason, like I mentioned to them that like, oh, I'm hanging out with this person and this person, and then OnlyFans came up, and so I obviously brought, oh yeah, one of the girls I hang out with does OnlyFans, and Scar was like, oh, was it Mimsy? And we were like, why do you know Scar?
No, Scar didn't say Mimsy. Scar said Amber, which is Mimsy's actual name. So he knew more.
Her actual name, and for me, that is the only name that I know on Twitter that is related to like somewhat in the League of Legends scene. Okay, it was not a large jump. Okay, but Fed makes it seem like I'm an OnlyFans fucking degenerate.
I know you're not.
They step on me. That does not happen. Okay.
Yeah. We know you're not. It was just so funny how like you mentioned her name. And like what a coincidence, dude.
Okay, we talked about this question, and again, I'm not trying to be offensive. I just naturally am. Which is the question is like,
it's his persona, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, true.
It's like, would you be okay seeing a girl with an OnlyFans account? And like, are you supposed to say yes because you don't want to shame essentially, sex worker?
Seeing a girl? Do you mean dating? Oh, dating
like
a girl.
Dating a girl. Okay. And like it's interesting to talk about now because before the iDub situation happened where like he talked about his girlfriend having an OnlyFans, and it's just this whole big argument on the internet where he gets insulted, she gets insulted, he has to make a response video.
I couldn't believe that was a thing.
I was a bit surprised too at how aggressive people were about it.
I was so confused.
I feel like that is such like a Twitter culture thing. You know what I mean?
Outrage.
Like
culture.
Being aggressively mad about something that does no harm, that doesn't involve you. That kind of bothered me. I won't lie.
Yeah. Like I don't know. On paper, or like, it shouldn't bother you, right? If your girlfriend did OnlyFans because you want to be supportive, and it's like women taking control of the body. I'm not a misogynist. I swear to God. But like, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be okay with it, and I don't think it makes me a sexist. But like, if my girlfriend I'm dating is doing OnlyFans, I would definitely be bothered by it, knowing that other guys see her naked.
Let me put you in an interesting situation. All right, you're 23. You're seeing someone. No. 25. You're living with someone, okay? You work a very low-paying job, frustrated in life, and she goes, "Babe, I think if I start selling naughty pics online, I can make 5 to 10K a month, and I'll like upgrade our place. You won't have to worry about money anymore. Bloody blue 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 blue." How do you feel about it?
I guess it would be different if it's something that you had you can support from the beginning, I don't know.
Toast is the one taking the pictures at that point, dude. He's like, yeah, babe.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, babe. This is how you need to market your platform.
Yeah.
It's not something.
Yeah. What about you? What about you, Fit and Scar? Would you be comfortable dating a girl with OnlyFans?
I don't think I'd put myself in a position to, just because like, it's just.
What does that mean?
Like I wouldn't date someone who's interested in doing that. You know what I mean?
No.
What kind of people are interested in OnlyFans? What are you implying about?
Listen,
What are you implying about girls on OnlyFans?
I'm not fucking implying shit. I'm not implying shit. I'm just saying it does. Like I'm fine with people doing it. I just wouldn't want my SO doing it. Right? I like privacy and shit. So it just doesn't align with like my beliefs and stuff. I still think it's fine. You can do it. Just break up with me and do it. Just break up with me and do it, man. I don't know. I'm just being honest here, boys. I don't know what to say. It's just not my cup of tea. Listen. I like what Mimsy does. I mean, sorry, I haven't seen any of what she does.
Oh, okay.
And I respect her, but I not someone I would date. Yeah. Sorry.
Could you? I feel like you could find yourself in a situation where you're interested in someone, you want to further date them, and then you find this out, and then you would no longer be interested.
Dude, love is so complicated. If I love this woman, then like I could find a way. But fuck me, man, in the ass. Like you might as well.
What?
She might.
Why?
It's your feeling.
I don't know why. It feels weird.
No.
You know what I mean?
I feel like perhaps it because it's a bit more unconventional. I think it's easier for a guy to think that like takes away from what he gets from his significant other, even if that's not the case.
Yeah.
I think it takes a lot of conditioning for someone to separate those two things and not feel like anything is being taken away from them or the relationship by having someone do that.
I thought about it. Look, if they have an OnlyFans account, they must be super hot. So I'd probably be okay with dating someone with an OnlyFans account because they would be super hot anyway, right?
And they're rich. They're super hot and rich. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah, I can get over it. You know what? I changed my mind.
Okay, question. If you're dating a super hot actress and she has to do a sex scene, do you break up with her?
See, that's what,
no.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's like the same thing.
I mean, wait.
If anything, if she's a popular actress, more people are going to see her doing this thing
Is it the same
than
thing?
people with an OnlyFans. Or if, for example, she's a model, she does lingerie shoots, she does bikini shoots.
That's fine.
Exactly. But that's OnlyFans, but like to less people.
Oh, you know what? Pokey's convinced me.
Yeah, I was always on board. I would be down. I had no problem with it. It was these two you had to convince.
Personally, I don't think there's anything. Okay. I think the baseline should be respecting people regardless of what they do if it does no harm to anyone. And OnlyFans doesn't harm anyone except dudes who jack off too hard.
Yeah. Okay.
But what I think is not okay is like people shitting on others for being in relationships with girls that do that. I think that's a bit rude. I don't even judge guys if they're like, oh, I don't really want to date a girl that is. I don't think it's my position to judge because I don't do that either. And I understand it might be a difficult place to get to because you have to be, I think, like extremely confident to have a girlfriend that does that. And I know not everybody's self-esteem is at that point. I just wish people would stop being rude to others. That's it. Yeah.
I think that's fair. It's like there's a difference between personal belief and just being an asshole, right? It's like you don't have to agree with it's understandable like why some people aren't comfortable with it, but like to attack and insult those who are, it's kind of
never, dude.
I think the model question is really, really interesting because it goes to show how much more we're comfortable with things simply because they're conventional and not because there's any logic behind it.
Like if I
'Cause
had a Victoria's Secret girlfriend, I'd be like, hell yeah, this is my girlfriend. She models for
Right?
Victoria's Secret. She gets like half naked for people around the world.
Right?
And like that's literally OnlyFans, right?
But even
Well,
less
that's-
people get to see it, and it's like more exclusive in a sense. But yet, you know, we kind of
Alright.
look down on it because it's new or different.
Completely random topic. Your favorite Victoria's Secret angel. Go.
I don't
Alright,
know
guys.
a single one.
I don't know. I
Whoa,
don't know.
whoa,
I
whoa,
don't
whoa.
know.
Okay, do we have to cut this part from the video? Okay, Fed, go.
By the way, we've been recording for over an hour.
An hour and 3 minutes.
Okay, but I really want to know.
I
Fed?
don't know what the fuck that means. What is a Victoria's Secret angel?
Okay, really? We're gonna cut it off the tape, and I'm gonna fucking talk to you about.
Iman,
it.
do you know what a Victoria's Secret angel is?
I mean,
know
and-
there's like
yeah.
a fashion show, I think, every year with Victoria's Secret models, and the
Okay.
models in the fashion show, I think, are
We're-
referred
we're
to as
gonna
the
play
angels.
this
They're like
kind
the
of
faces of the brand.
Oh.
Gara, no one here knows but you, all right?
What?
Why do you know so well?
Yeah, you
What? It's like a normal thing to know at least some of them. So would you? Is it weird of me to know really attractive supermodels? Is that strange?
How do
Yeah,
you follow?
you don't care about their
By
names,
name?
just what they look like.
Scar, do you know
Okay.
porn stars?
Yes, I'll answer from yes.
Come on, man.
Some of them, yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, sometimes sometimes there are porn stars in like mainstream movies, and I have to stop myself from saying, "Oh, I recognize her."
There are porn stars in normal movies? Wow.
Yeah, like cameos or TV shows. Just like
Impressive.
You're Witcher girl. You're trying so hard to not. Oh shit.
all right, we've been going on for more than an hour, so I think we can wrap it up there. You know, we talked about games and girls, and you know that's pretty much all there's to talk
All that
about
matters.
during quarantine these days.
Yeah, that's literally it.
All right.
We love it.
Yeah. Any last words? Remember to practice social distancing.
Yep. Wash your hands. Wash your butt.
Yeah.
Wash your teeth.
I'm running out of toilet paper. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Bidets, dude.
I have a hack. Life hack.
Okay.
So on Amazon, especially, there are a lot of these things that are like cotton tissues for your face. And there's like you can buy them in bulk. I bought like 10 and they're 40 packs, and I use them for my face after I like do my face routine. But I realized you can just wipe your ass with that too. And no one is buying that. Everyone's buying toilet paper. But like
You're
cotton
fucking
tissues
genius.
are way